Welcome to round 4 of Super Rugby for footytips.com.au. Sam Bruce alongside Greg Growden. Greg, we kick it off this week with the team of the moment, the Chiefs, hosting the Highlanders down in Hamilton.
Good first game for this round. Yeah, Chiefs, there's 4 teams still unbeaten, but they are the standouts. They're a level above everyone else, which was shown last week against the Crusaders. This game is going to be tough. The Highlanders are going to be an irritant. They're a team that plays good expressive football, one of the better teams to watch. But I still think the role on the Chiefs will continue, particularly how well they played last week. That will give them enormous confidence.
Last week, their game against the Crusaders, have you seen a better fixture against the Crusaders, the 7-time champions, than what the Chiefs served up last week?
Well, the Crusaders very rarely get belted, and the Chiefs did it so well. Very clinical. They knew exactly where to expose the Crusaders, which so many teams have tried and have failed. But still, a long way to go, but a great morale boost for the Chiefs and a dampener for the Crusaders. They're starting to think, I know they're missing players, but they're thinking, So anyway, we'll stay tuned. The Crusaders will come back, but it might dent them for a while.
Chiefs for me too in that one. Following that game, the Brumbies and Force in Canberra. Geez, it looks a tough one for the Force the way they're going.
Yeah, good luck. It was tough, I tell you what, last week, Friday night, having to wait up at 10 o'clock to watch the Force, and the last few minutes were very tiring. So I think this is going to be an absolute whitewash. The Force, their inadequacies were shown last week when the Hurricanes just blew them away. The Hurricanes should have probably won by about another 20 points because they just went down a couple of gears in the second half. The Force, again, they ain't got much. And they're relying heavily on Ben McCalman. And there's a few other forwards that are starting to slip away. I know they've got some tries. But the problem we've got, you're seeing guys like Growden just basically being wasted there. He's not getting much. He's now becoming just a defensive tackle bag. That's all he is. So, yes, I think the Brumbies here by plenty.
I agree, by plenty. Blues and Lions in Albany. The Blues still away from Eden Park. They return from South Africa for this one. They're winless in 3. John Kerwin under pressure. Big concerns for them.
Yeah, a lot of feeling that the Lions may get up. Lions were a bit unlucky last week. They're enthusiastic. They just lack that finishing. I'm just going to go hometown, nothing much else, because you're right. So John Kerwin should be under pressure because really he hasn't done much, to be honest. Seriously.
I think the Blues will get their first win in that one as well. Reds and Waratahs, the game of the round for Australian purposes and probably for across the competition. Yes. The great old rivalry of Australian rugby. Always plenty of blood spilled. How do you see it?
I've got a feeling the Waratahs will win this fairly comfortably. The Reds started to look a little bit better last week, but they relied heavily on Genia, keeping them in control. But the big interesting thing is now O'Connor at 10. They're going to stick with him there. He was okay last week, began well, but then sort of started to play a bit of shuffle ball. That's going to be one of the interesting discussion points this year until Cooper comes back. They'll have to play O'Connor at 10. He's got the potential there. But I've just got a feeling the Waratahs, too much up front, basically. Their pack is so much better than the Reds pack. And backline-wise, I think there's not much of a comparison either. Waratahs, again, I think at least double figures.
I agree. Cheetahs and Bulls in Bloemfontein. Cheetahs still unbeaten, while the Bulls, they got their first win last week in a high-scoring game over the Sharks.
Yeah, this is going to be a real grind-a-thon. I don't think this is going to be flashy stuff. It's just going to be up-front bash-a-thon. I'm going for the Bulls, but not confidently. The Cheetahs could easily get up here. They're a team, again, a bit like the Highlanders. They're going to irritate this year. They've lost a lot of players, and the Bulls, there's still concerns over whether Victor Matfield, now he's in his late 60s, can he keep doing it? And that's going to be a point. But I just think the Bulls' experience will get up, but I wouldn't bet on this game, to be honest.
Yeah, nice to see Pierre Spiess bag a try last week. He may just be getting back to that form of 3 or 4 seasons ago. Wrapping up round 4 is the Stormers and the Sharks at Newlands. Stormers continue to be the surprise packets. They're unbeaten in 3. Will it be 4?
I think it might be because I know we're all talking about the Sharks at the start of the year as being the big South African threat. Now I'm starting to feel, no, they haven't started well enough. And this game, I think, will really provide the pecking order in South Africa. If Stormers can do it again, yes, they're the team I think you'll go through to the finals. And again, we've got Shark Burger supposed to be coming back for this game. That will give it an extra edge. So I'm going to go home team, and I think the Stormers may actually win by quite a bit.
Even Etzebeth also coming back in this week for the Stormers. So, Greg, your tips this week. The Chiefs, the Brumbies, the Blues, the Waratahs, the Bulls and the Stormers. And of course, are you sitting on top of the ESPN Scrum Superstars ladder?
Yes, but let me explain. I did try the Joker this week. The Joker round. I did the Joker round and got the double points. I'm furious I didn't pick the whole round. That would have made it even better, but long way to go here.
Guess who picked the perfect round?
I know, I noticed that. Filthy.
Brett McKay also getting a perfect round last week in round 3. Brittany Mitchell just hanging steady around the middle of the table, and good old Andy with as well. He's plunging to almighty depths at the moment. Overall, we've got Bomber on top on 19 points. He's 1 of 5 on that score. He leads on the margin. Remember to get your tips in each week on footytips.com.au for your chance to win an all expenses paid trip to the Bledisloe Cup in Auckland this year. Greg, round 4, you looking forward to it?
I think it's an easier round, so I think we could get some points, and hopefully I'll stay on top for another week.
Couple of perfect rounds coming up.
Okay, that's good.